Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ajibola Oladipo and today we are going to take time to have a conversation about why Nigeria's youth must lead. We all know the phrase, the youth are the future, or the youth are the leaders of tomorrow, the youth are the leaders of the future. But when you think about it, when you reflect about it, we've repeated this narrative for many decades. Many of us have heard these things like when in primary school. We even we had a song around all of that while in nursery, just to reinforce that we're the leaders of tomorrow. But sadly, um, we are still being told the same thing. And that's why today, this very moment, we're actually going to flip that script. We're not the leaders of tomorrow. We lead effective from now. We lead now because we are living in now. So we're not going to fold our arms and wait for a future to be delivered in our arms. More importantly, because the future is ours to shape. And if we actually need to shape a future that is meant for us, we need to be actively involved. So we are not going to allow the older generation create a future for us. We will fashion a future that fits us best. So why should Nigerian youths take charge now? Why should we take charge now? Why is it critical that as the young generation that we assume leadership roles across board and take our place in guiding a country towards the right direction? Why? Let's talk about it. So I want you to sit back. Um, just sit back. Follow me. Follow my line of thoughts, and let me actively know what you think about in the comment section. To start with, as we speak, you can fact check. Nigeria is facing a lot of challenges. True or false? Yes, we're facing a lot. There are cases of high unemployment, we have cases of underemployment, there is the issue of corruption. We also have an economy that is not delivering um, for the most of the people, for the majority. We also have a political system that seems to be stuck in the past. But here's the thing: these problems are not new. They've always existed, and someone I respect so much would say, they are wicked problems, and wicked problems are forever wicked because they're very dynamic. They're multi-layered, and while you try to fix one, you realize that it's interconnected with another. So that's what makes the problem wicked. So yes, it's the truth of the matter. We are facing those challenges, and except we change the way we approach those challenges, many of those challenges will, in fact, the truth of the matter is some of those challenges will actually persist. In retrospect, thinking reflectively about them, many of them will persist. But we need to reinvent the wheel and change our position, change our directive, change how we see some of these things, how we handle some of them, and how we approach them. We're the ones living with this problem. So when people say, "Oh, but we are the ones facing them," yes, we're the ones facing those problems. You and I, nobody, they can't tell us how painful or how where the shoe pinches because they're not the ones wearing it. We're not the ones. They're not the ones having to navigate an educational system that is not preparing the young ones for futuristic roles. You know, or apart from futuristic roles, that it's not preparing people to solve real world solution problems or challenges. They are not the ones that have to dwell in an academic system where they have to be committed to a 6 unit project work that oftentimes, many times, does not, in most cases, anyways, not all of the time, does not have any relevance beyond the scope of coursework, and hence it's not a scalable solution. So we are the ones living in those times. We are the ones being faced with those issues. Um, they are not the ones facing the strain of an economy that is not growing enough to accommodate everyone. We are the ones living in those. You have a lot of energy to do a lot of stuff. We have people that have energy to work and they don't even have jobs. Oh, yes. Oh, then people go, oh, let them be entrepreneurial. But the truth of the matter is, uh, did our educational system prepare them to be entrepreneurial? Did the educational system prepare them for those challenges? So you see that they're interconnected. And most importantly, we must break out of the mode of inaction. We must break out of the mode of complaints and fix these problems ourselves. We know where it pinches us the most. We know where it affects us the most. We know how it touches our lives the most. We know how the tangent of all of these issues, like how it touches us, and as such should be in reflective mood to really chart the course forward. You don't need any motivation to why. You see these things every day. You live with them, they confront you. So you are living in it, you understand. You can feel and you literally can touch those pains. Even as I'm speaking, some of those things they cross your mind. No matter what anybody wants to say, they remain like they are facts, they are true, they are your feelings, they are valid, they are realities. So that's enough motivation for you to actually fix it, because nobody's coming to help. If we look at the world around us, you are seeing advancements in technology, you're seeing innovation, you're seeing how our generation communicates. You see how the entire approach to social activism in itself. It's all happening because of us. It's not because of any other thing. It's because of us. Times are changing, dynamics, how things are done are changing because of us. We are the focus. We are the target market, or the target audience. And as such, things have to evolve around us. And that's enough reason why we must take charge. At the forefront of so many things, look at business, entrepreneurship, entertainment, tech. You'd see Nigerian youths doing incredible stuff. But beyond being digitally savvy, we have a real understanding of the realities of the issues we face. Yeah, we've established that. More importantly, we've also established that we need to take actions. Let's be clear, our leadership does not need to look like the past. Yes, our leadership does not need to look at the past. If we're able to fashion how many of these things will dynamically work for us, then we must also fashion a leadership that works effectively for us as well. Of course, within the ambit of constitutional provisions, we must fashion out a mechanism of ensuring that leadership works for us. It serves us, it works right for us. We're at a crossroad, and it's either we continue on the very same path of stagnation or we challenge the status quo. We can lead with fresh ideas, with new ideas, with things that have not been done before. We can reinvent and disrupt. When I use the word disrupt, I'm not saying destroy or destruct. I'm saying we can disrupt the system, in a positive way, please. I'm emphasizing that we must do things that will ensure that we actually have the results that we desire. We want a nation that works and thrives. So we must constantly engage in conversations and actions in conversations that will push us to take actions that we nudge Nigeria in the direction that we so desire. So, for instance, if we are all tired about what's going on in the education sector, and you're passionate about academics, nothing stops you from being a lecturer. Get into the system, be different. Oh, yes, I know the curriculum is this or that. Also, you can probably switch instead of being a lecturer, work with the NUC. You give it a little while, you then your influence within that sphere or within that space grows, and you're able to influence policy direction. Yes, it's long term. It's long term. And that's why I say that we actually need to start taking actions now, and we need to start flipping that switch now, because we can't wait for the future. We cannot wait to allow people say, oh, this is the kind of harvest we want you to reap. We must plant what we want to reap. When you think of leadership, most times people think of people older. When you think of, oh, who is the leader in this, you're thinking of someone older. But the beauty of youth leadership is the energy, the vision, the boldness, the courage, the ability to take the bull by its own and drive things. Yeah, you make mistakes. It's okay. Don't let anybody hold you by the fact that, oh, you don't have experience. It's okay. They also didn't start with experience. So that audacity that you have, don't let anybody take it away from you. That's the beauty of what we carry. That's the beauty of what we have. And we shouldn't be afraid of asking tough questions. Yes, and interestingly, I've realized, at least with the older people that I engage with, asking tough questions endears them to you. So learn to ask tough questions. In fact, make it a responsibility to ask tough questions. Do that all of the time. Ask them tough questions. Make them answer tough questions. Yes. It will also give you clarity. When we see, and when it gives clarity, it helps you see beyond flaws, it helps you see solutions, and ensures that you're not bogged down by decades of traditions or what bureaucracy would say. We are free to innovate, and we must innovate. So, what are the things that we need to do? What do we need to do as young people? First and foremost, you need to embrace the leadership that's already within us. We need to see ourselves in leaders in every capacity, whether it's in our communities, our workplace, or even on the national stage. I know that attention is often on the national stage, but wherever we find ourselves, let's embrace the leadership within us. Oh, you've been committed to lead 2-3 people to do something. Take it as a leadership responsibility, embrace it, and deliver purposefully. We also need to collaborate. Like I've said in previous videos, even the previous or last episode, leadership is not about individual glory. We must learn to collaborate. We must know how to negotiate, or drop some of the things and say, oh, you know what, you can let this go. So if you would actually let the individual glory go, all well and good, for the greater good, that is what leadership entails. Learn to collaborate. More importantly, our goal above the goal and aspiration above your own personal interest. Again, more importantly, we must learn to speak up. Don't let anybody shut you up. Speak up on social media, on foot, in boardrooms. Use your voice. Use it actively and use it well. Again, we must not be flippant with what we say. So we need to double check. Double down on what you say. Be very sure that you are decisively speaking facts. You're saying the truth. You're saying what is right. But ensure that you use your voice. Use it right. We have you and I have the responsibility to advocate for policies, to advocate for systems and innovations that will bring a lasting change to this country. My brothers and sisters, let's stop waiting for change to come. Let's be the change. Nigeria's future is not in the hands of others. It's in your hands. It's in my hands. And the outcome, the future of this country will be a collective result of our individual inputs, what you and I have decided to do today. That's what it's going to be like. So think about what our leaders are like currently today. Imagine what they were saying 30, 40 years ago what they were saying about their leaders. So that's exactly what people will say about us 30, 40 years from now. So, what would you want to be said about you? That's the reason why you need to take charge. That's the reason why you need to lead. Nobody's going to say, oh, this person was not part. You would be spoken of to be a part of that generation. We know the future we want, so let's go for it. I hope you learned something from this video. I'll see you next time. Bye.